Hello guys, welcome to our channel. Today we have come up with another new video, and this time we will discuss about the HSC assignment for HSC candidate 2021. So if we look at the question slightly, so we will see the question very carefully. In this question there we seen that there are 2 points given. One is P and another is Q, and their position is also given. So now in the first question it has said that I have to determine the position vector of point P and a unit vector parallel to PQ. So if we look at it carefully, then we can see that we have to draw a figure out. So it has been said that I have to determine the unit vector of PQ. That means I have to determine the with respect to origin, we can term that respect to origin the vector P is represent is OP, and the point Q I represent with the OQ. Then if I to find out the vector PQ, I have to subtract OQ minus OP. After this calculate, we can find the vector PQ, and then we have to find out the magnitude of vector PQ, and after finding the magnitude we can easily determine the unit vector parallel of PQ. So let's move to our answer. So here our answer come. So first of all we have written the vector P and Q, and we respect the position vector of P and position vector Q. After finding these two vectors, we just subtract the position vector, then we found the PQ vector. Now we have find the parallel vector of PQ, then with the vector PQ and the magnitude of PQ, then we find our desired answer. This is the answer of the question number A. Now we move to question number B. So in question number B it has said that if P and Q vector represent two adjacent sides of a triangle, then what will be the area of the triangle? So let it be a triangle. So triangle P and Q be two adjacent sides. So in this way now we have to determine the triangle of the formula. So in triangle we know, so in the vector way the formula of triangle is into half into a cross product of two adjacent sides. That means a cross product is P and Q, and we have become the modulus. That means we have to find the magnitude of these two vectors, and after determining this task we can easily find out the area of the triangle by multiplying into half. So now let's see the answer. So here is the answer. If we look carefully we can say that we just do the cross product, and after doing the cross product we easily determine the answer of the question. Okay, let's move to question number C. In the question number C there is a said that there is another reference frame vector R, and which represents the three sides of a parallel pipe. So determine the volume of any three sides given, then we can find the volume of that shape by using cross product of two vector, and with this cross product we have to do dot product with the another vector. As we have already in the question number B, we have determined the cross product between P and Q. That's when we can use this formula, and as the magnitude are known to us, we have not so we don't have to do more calculation. And now in the R vector we just do cross product with the previous vector. In this way we can determine the answer. So let's see the answer. Look, as vector P as the vector P and Q we have determined in the previous answer, and we just do the calculation, and when it becomes 0, that we can see that this vector lie on the same plane. Now we will talk about the question number 4. In the question number 4 it has been said that the magnitude of P as the weight of a river, and Y and R also represent the velocity of boat and the river respectively. Suppose you are sitting on the boat now. So now to cross the river in minimum time, what step should I take? So it has been given a way to how can I solve. So for solving this question I have to draw a initial diagram. Let us see that I am here with the boat, and the the velocity of the wind is moving towards that way, moving or the current, and I have moved in this way, and this is the path, the total distance or the width of the river. So I represent this width as R, as P, and R as the representative of the velocity of the boat, and Q as the velocity of the wind. And now we just want to determine the formula. We know that it has said to determine the minimum time. So we know T is equals to S by V, and here S is that one, that means weight of the river, that means D, and if we move there is only sine alpha component act on the way, so you can say that's V sine alpha. So we can see that T is directly inversely proportional with the alpha or sine alpha, and we can't change D and V, so we can say that T is inversely proportional to alpha and sine alpha, and we know that the magnitude of sine alpha is 1, that means the highest value of sine will be 1, and if the value of sine is higher, then the time will be lower. So in that case we can determine the alpha. So in that case we will just determine the magnitude of alpha, and in this way you can solve this answer very easily. So let me show how I solve this answer. So look at guys, first of all I just determine the magnitude of each and every vector, and after finding this vector we just divided by using time formula, and just look at the process how I done, and in this way I just solved this answer. Okay, next move to question number E. It has been said that what would be the minimum time to cross the river. So in the previous answer we already found this formula, that T D divided by V sine alpha. We just put all the value here, value of D and V, and sine alpha here is alpha is 90 degrees 1, and in this way we can determine the answer very easily. Look, as to cross the river minimum we found alpha is equal to 90 degree. In this way we answered this question very easily. Now let's move to our last answer or the question. So in the last question it has been said that to cross the river at minimum distance, what you need to do, change the boat velocity and the time. So I have to analyze by using mathematics. Okay, let me show you a logic that if I go perpendicularly with the opposite side I can go with the minimum distance, but if I move this way or this way it takes too much distance, and also it takes too much time. So to cross the river at minimum distance I have to go at least perpendicular way. In that way the theta will be 90 degree, right? So in this case I can write that tan theta is equals to V sine alpha divided by U plus V cos alpha, and here theta will be 90 degree, right? So 90, that means 1 by 0. If we multiply with V sine alpha then it will be 0. So that in that case I can say that U plus V cos alpha is equals to 0. So in this way we have to calculate and finally determine the value of alpha. So let us know how I solve the answer. Okay, let me clear everything. So in this way U plus V cos alpha I determine the value of the alpha, and after finding the alpha I just find out the time required. So in this way we have solved this question answer. Hope that all of you have understood the question very easily. So thanks for staying with us. Goodbye.